Welcome to the future of real estate, where innovation meets efficiency. Introducing ProptechOS, the cutting-edge operating system designed to revolutionize the way we manage and optimize real estate assets. On the homepage of ProptechOS, you will see a map with your onboard buildings. You can easily locate and navigate them on the map. Either use the search box or click on a building to access it. Once inside a building, you will get an overview of the different twins present in each room on the selected floor. You can effortlessly add new twins like assets or devices. Or move existing twins to the new locations. The heat map functionality allows you to view the current room temperature, as well as any other metrics. For convenience, the most popular are pre-selected: presence, CO2, TVOC, humidity. It's not limited to sensor telemetry either. You can visualize room-specific information. Now, let's switch to the list view. Here, you will find a summary of the twins and see which BMS systems or IoT devices are connected within the building. Let's have a closer look at one of the systems. Here you can see the list of all Metry devices and their sensors. If there are specific sensors you intend to use later on or include in a collection, you have the option to conveniently add them to a quick list to easily access them when it is needed. And by simply clicking on the name of another system, the updated list of devices and sensors will be displayed. Let's have a closer look at a sensor. Within the Details section, you will find comprehensive information about the selected twin, including its relationships with other twins in ProptechOS, as well as any associated aliases. If needed, you can make modifications, and all changes will be tracked in the History section. This allows you to easily review any alterations made and identify the respective user responsible for each change. By default, the telemetry for the past 24 hours is displayed, but it is easy to select other time periods by choosing one of the pre-selected periods from the list or specifying a custom one. You can view the telemetry in either a graph or table view. If you want to zoom in on a particular period in the graph, you can indicate the period by selecting it below the graph. You can also see the latest observation of the sensor and its edge status. For this sensor, it's OK, which means that observations are received as often as ProptechOS has learned to expect. Otherwise, it could be warning or error status. Our platform offers the capability to compare the telemetry of multiple sensors, whether they measure the same or different quantities and are from the same or different devices. By default, you will be offered to select a sensor from your quick list, but you may find any other sensor in your portfolio by typing its name. A blueprint in ProptechOS is the schematic representation of floor plans, including the geometric layout of rooms and walls. ProptechOS supports DWG and IFC files. There are a couple of steps to take for a user to onboard blueprints, like to upload the file, specify to which building a blueprint refers to. Users have the capability to establish connections of newly onboard devices to Simple Sample and SMHI Edge connectors, with additional connectors planned for future integration. Once a device is added to the SMHI connector, the sensors will receive periodic observations at hourly intervals. Another very useful functionality is workflows, a way to automate and oversee processes in your portfolio. Workflows consist of a trigger and a dispatcher. A trigger could be any rule for sensor values or when sensors go offline or flatline. Let's set up one of the typical triggers. For example, you want to be notified when temperature goes below 19 or above 25 degrees. Simply select a sensor or a couple of sensors in the Source tab, provide the thresholds and choose when the trigger should be active in the Logic tab. And lastly, choose Service Type, Severity and Cooldown Period in the Service Object tab. The trigger is ready. ProptechOS offers two default dispatchers: SMS and email notifications. Users can also configure webhook-based dispatchers, meaning that integrations with external work order management applications can usually be achieved without writing any code. Last but not least, we should set up a workflow. To select a trigger and specify to which email or application a notification should arrive. Service object logs contain information about the service object dispatching. Whenever a service object is processed, a log entry with status and details is created. This information can be used for analysis or troubleshooting. Unlock the power of your building and infrastructure data with ProptechOS.